So your dog has just been diagnosed with bone cancer. As a pet parent myself, I can relate with how excruciating this experience can be for you. However, it is important to keep in mind that giving your dog the quality of life he truly deserves should still be your top priority even during this serious disease. Hi there, it's Susie, your trusted homeopath. Make sure you follow along to get in on the very important things you need to take note of when caring for a dog with bone cancer, as well as other bits and pieces that you're sure to find useful and practical. My channel is dedicated to sharing information on how to give your precious pet the quality of life you've always wanted using natural means. If you're looking to keep your pet as healthy and happy as can be using natural options, clicking on subscribe will give you access to all of my videos. And make sure you also hit the bell icon while you're at it so you will be instantly notified as soon as I have a new video up. As a homeopath and pet parent myself, I and the rest of my team at Zumalka established this channel to provide a reliable online resource for all pet parents and animal lovers worldwide. I've dedicated myself to give detailed yet simple to follow walkthroughs on the right natural remedies to go for when our fur babies go through health issues. Additionally, if you're still on the fence about using pet homeopathy to give your animal family member the quality of life he truly deserves, then you've definitely come to the right place. Instead of just claiming that natural remedies work, I'm also going to back them up with solid scientific proof to really show you that they can get the job done just as well as conventional medicines. Oh, and minus the possibility of making your beloved pet vulnerable to adverse side effects, of course. How about we start things off by finding out what bone cancer in dogs exactly is? Technically referred to as osteosarcoma, bone cancer in dogs is a serious disease where abnormal cells aggressively target and break down bones in your dog's body. While dog bone cancer usually affects the limbs, it can also have a negative impact on the pelvis, hips, vertebrae, ribs, jaw, as well as the skull. It is not uncommon for this disease to spread to organs and other tissues like the lungs, kidneys, spleen, liver, and even the mammary glands in some cases during its later stages. Now we've got that covered, let's check if there are particular dog breeds that are prone to bone cancer. Sadly, there are specific dog breeds that are somehow predisposed to bone cancer. These include boxers, Dobermans, golden retrievers, Great Danes, German shepherds, Rottweilers, Irish wolfhounds, and Labrador retrievers, among others. Statistics show that bone cancer in dogs is more common among medium to large breeds compared to their smaller counterparts. However, it is crucial to take note that smaller breeds may still be at risk of this serious disease. Now let's go through the possible factors that can set off bone cancer in dogs. And luckily, there are still no definite risk factors that can be directly attributed to the development of bone cancer in dogs. But the thing is, some elements like genetics and age are speculated as potential causes for this serious disease. Other factors like severe infection of the bones, fractures that may have healed abnormally, and radiation therapy sites are also considered as possible triggers for canine bone cancer. For this part of our discussion, I will guide you through the symptoms of bone cancer in dogs that you need to take note of. So let's start. Sudden limping or hobbling, swelling or tenderness in the limbs, cannot or has difficulty putting weight on feet, bumps in the jaw, spine, and ribs, unstable and shuffling gait, visible traces of pain and discomfort during movement, and one leg looks much larger compared to the others. Now, let's tackle a question that many dog parents have already asked me lots of times. The short answer is no. Bone cancer in dogs is not a transmissible disease. Unlike what some people mistakenly think, this type of canine cancer cannot be passed on from one dog to another. What I mean by that is that it cannot be passed on through the use of food bowls, blankets, collars, toys, and similar items. Next, we will determine how long a dog can live with bone cancer. Just to emphasize, bone cancer in dogs can be very aggressive once it starts to affect a certain part of your dog's body, such as the limbs, the spine, and skull. Despite the disease's aggression, though, its adverse effects may not be that severe in some dogs, while they can also be rather extreme in others. It is not uncommon that some dogs, especially when the bone cancer has already spread to other parts of the body, will only live for up to 2 to 4 months. On the other hand, there are also those that will live for as much as 3 to 5 years or even longer if the disease was diagnosed when it was still in its early stages. provided that immediate and proper care and attention was also given. At this point, we're just a few moments away in discussing the very important things you need to take note of when caring for a dog with bone cancer. But before we get to them, I'd just like to ask you a quick question. What activity do you think best fits a dog with bone cancer? I really appreciate your ideas, and I'd love to see your response in the comments section. Chances are you're also going to help a lot of other dog parents whose dogs are also going through this terrible disease these days. Now, without further ado, here are the crucial things you need to keep in mind when caring for a dog with bone cancer. Having a positive mindset is essential. While this may sound surprising, being and staying positive as a dog parent is essential when it comes to giving your pet the best care and attention he needs during canine bone cancer. According to a study published in the National Center for Biotechnology Information, positive people tend to be more resilient and will overcome difficulties much more easily. What's even more interesting is that a positive attitude rubs off on others, including pets, which can significantly help your dog hurdle this serious disease. The study also emphasized that besides boosting empathy and cooperation, maintaining positivity helps establish closer ties. And given the challenging times ahead when bone cancer in dogs gets in the picture, a positive attitude and outlook will definitely go a very long way. If your dog is anything like most dogs, chances are he tends to be very good at hiding signs that he is in pain or feeling any discomfort. Sadly, your dog will display the same behavior even when he is suffering from bone cancer. Being familiar with the cues that your pet is in pain doesn't just help you know when to take a break or take it easy when you're bonding, but also gives you an idea of when to give him a bit of water or food. One way of pulling this off is by observing his breathing patterns and his movements. If your dog is panting vigorously or seems to be showing off indications of restlessness, it is best to pause and relax. You can also jot down these signs so you can have a handy reference. Make adjustments to your playtime sessions, and it is crucial to keep a regular playtime or bonding session with your dog even during bone cancer. Besides helping promote and maintain a healthy mindset for you and your precious pet, this will also encourage him to somehow stay engaged and active, though not as much compared to when he was still afflicted with bone cancer. Other than reducing the overall duration of your usual activities, be it walking, playing fetch, find the treat, or hide and seek, you should also keep in mind to tone down the intensity of the same as well. And if you notice that your dog is already exhibiting signs of discomfort or pain, stop what you're doing immediately and take a break. Consider getting tools and accessories to make your dog's environment more manageable. One of the most significant effects of bone cancer in dogs is it impedes your beloved pet to move freely with ease. This is why optimizing your dog's environment to facilitate trouble-free movement is crucial as a way to support him during this terrible illness. Apart from putting ramps in places where your dog has to do a bit of climbing, like getting on the couch, up the stairs, or inside your vehicle, using anti-slip rugs around the home is highly recommended. In extreme cases, going for slings or harnesses to help your dog get around is also a practical idea. Additionally, make sure you trim your dog's nails on a regular basis, since these can make him lose a lot of traction when navigating both indoors and outdoors. Diapers can also make a big difference. Incontinence can be an unexpected issue when it comes to dog bone cancer. Preventing accidents or marking in some situations is as easy as using a dog diaper. However, it's very important to schedule regular dog diaper changes to keep clear from even more health issues sooner or later. These include rashes and skin inflammations, as well as bladder and staph infections in some cases. As an alternative approach, you can also use belly bands for male dogs, but these only work for staving off accidents involving urination and not with poop. Also, regular cuddles and hugs are a must. Did you know that cuddles and hugs really do have an effect in making your dog feel good, even if he is afflicted with bone cancer? The NCBI reveals that a significant amount of the hormone oxytocin is released whenever you and your dog engage in positive bonding activities like cuddling, hugging, or sharing a treat. Oxytocin is mainly linked with trust, relaxation, empathy, hope, and love. What's really interesting is that this surge in oxytocin takes place in a dog's body almost immediately. And just to make things even more fascinating, this surge benefits you as well. So how's that for a win-win situation? And while we're on the subject of important things to remember when caring for a dog with bone cancer, here's a natural product you should consider in your home pet care checklist. Zumalka's PIPTOPET product is designed to help boost and maintain your dog's overall immune system health. Its main ingredient is Fomitopsis betulina, which is deemed as having natural anti-cancer properties according to several scientific studies. PIPTOPET is formulated not just to support the immune system and antioxidant function, but also help reduce oxidative stress as well as promote long-term wellness. On top of that, this natural product has already helped a lot of pet parents and animal lovers all over the world. So it is high time you experience PIPTOPET's benefits to really give your dog the quality of life he truly deserves, even during bone cancer. You can find the link for PIPTOPET in this video's description. The earlier you give your dog the right support he needs during bone cancer, the quicker you'll be able to maintain his overall quality of life. And despite the loads and loads of information that you can come across on the World Wide Web these days, getting access to the right ones as regards to pet homeopathy can still be very tricky. This is why a lot of people tend to only get in on bits and pieces about homeopathy for pets that are either unverified or misleading, especially when it comes to dealing with cancer. So why don't you contact us to really discover what homeopathy in pets is all about? When your pet is sick, reaching out to a holistic medicine professional is definitely one of the smartest moves to make. Our team of pet specialists are ready to help you at any time. Check out the description of this video to find the link to our Contact Us page. And that concludes my video on the very important things you need to take note of when caring for a dog with bone cancer. I hope you learned a lot, and don't forget to click on the like button to show your love. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you also hit subscribe so you can easily get access to all of my videos that are about giving your pet the quality of life he deserves. This is Susie, your trusted homeopath, and see you again in my next video, naturally with you and your pet every step of the way.